You're listening to Radio Azad, and this is Doubleshot Espresso with life coach Tasneem and Aisha. We're talking about maintaining friendships over here. Tasneem, why is it so difficult to make friends, first of all?
Yeah. And I think, see, as adults, to make friends is a struggle at times. I feel largely because we do not have that kind of opportunity to have continuous unplanned interactions where you can share vulnerability. I feel which is a very essential part of organic friendship formation. So like you compare that to your earlier years in childhood. You have school, you're regularly meeting somebody, you have university, you have that bunch of friends you're hanging out with all the time. Now here in our adult life, sometimes we have so many dispersed responsibilities. We are juggling so many balls that we really do not have that space, that opportunity to be able to spend that one-on-one time with that same person or people and have it grow organically, where you're actually even sharing highs, lows, and you're okay to be vulnerable with that other person. We usually get invited to parties or social interactions where you are pretty masked.
Hmm.
You're wearing a mask of social interaction, which is very different from actually being friends with somebody.
Yeah, but it's so difficult to be vulnerable because then, you don't know how that's going to be received. People may be very judgmental
Yeah.
and they may not respect the privacy or secrecy of whatever you're telling them. And then they can go on and either use it against you or let it all hang out in public.
And which is so ironic that you're saying that, because my second point was going to be trust issues. As adults, we have trust issues because we've gone through experiences, or we've heard things, we've read about things, we've experienced things, which has us so guarded
Mm,
that we do not want to take those risks that we probably took a little more fearlessly as a child
yeah.
or in our younger days, for sure. And also, of course, that coupled with the fact that as an adult we do not have that much time also available,
Mm-hmm.
because with all the stuff that's going on, that you've got to prioritize your family too, and you've got to prioritize me time too, and you've got to prioritize work and so many other things, that where is the time to also prioritize
We time.
yeah, we time with friends, and where you can honestly take a risk
Mm.
and say that, yeah, maybe I will get hurt, but I'm just going to risk this and show my true colors with this person.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel another thing which I experienced, especially when I came into this country for the first, I would say, nearly 2-3 years, is established social circles.
Yeah.
Everybody's so set, especially when you're an adult. You have your set groups, you have your set circles of friends, and it makes it very hard for newcomers to integrate
Yeah.
themselves into those circles.
I've heard this from so many people that it's just very, very difficult to break in. It's people tend to be very clicky, and especially if this is you're moving in and these established groups have happened for like 10-15 years.
Yeah, yeah, and we here in the US live in a very how should I say, community format. We have a lot of friends which come out of our community circle,
Mm.
be it Jamaat Khana or Masjid, or the temple you go to, or the church friends that you have. And I feel, especially when you're looking for friendships there, it is so set in so many ways that the fear of rejection, which is another point, often has you not taking that much of a risk or that much of an initiative, because you're so careful. By that time you have your own little bubble world where you feel like, yaar, mujhe reject kar denge, तो I don't want to go through that, so उससे तो
Mm.
अच्छा है तो to be very careful. Be very careful में होता क्या है ना, कि वो develop नहीं होती है friendship, and it fizzles out.
Yeah.
So I think that is also a very important aspect, as is, I feel, also the next point, which is increased selectivity.
Mm.
As we mature, we often become more selective about who we want to spend time with.
Mhm.
And we're very quick to make those judgments sometimes. I mean, I can tell you about me myself that I feel there are so many friends who I now have in my life who at first I said, ye to
Not my
Yeah,
type.
not my type. But as you get to know them, and खुदा वो ऐसे अपॉर्चुनिटीज भेजता है कि जहाँ पे आप एक दूसरे के साथ इंटरेक्ट करें, तो फिर आपको पता चलता है नहीं यार, दिस इज एक्चुअली यू नो
Yeah, absolutely. I think when we are looking for friends in the wrong people and the wrong places, that's when we actually strike out. And the most wonderful friendships for me have occurred in the most surprising people and the most surprising places.
यस, राइट. सो दिस, ये जो हमें पॉइंट अभी ड्रॉ किया कि दैट ऑफ शेयर्ड इंटरेक्शंस, लाइक ये वो स्कूल वाली ये नहीं है, या कंटिन्यूस मिलने वाली वो यूनिवर्सिटी वाली वाइब नहीं है, तो आई फील दैट लैक ऑफ शेयर्ड इंटरेस्ट्स क्रिएट करने पड़ते हैं, वो शायद इतने ना हो. अभी तो मैं बहुत देखती हूँ, स्पेशली इन आवर देसी कम्युनिटी, वी हैव सो मेनी इवेंट्स which are geared towards people who have that kind of interest. Show ले लो, music show ले लो, या drama ले लो, या any such kind of event where people who are interested in certain things can come together as friends and go out. But where people do not have that opportunity, then what? Then you'll have to, really take that initiative and effort to hang out with the people that you feel that you have a chance at friendship with.
Yeah. One of the biggest things that I hear about why people struggle to make friends is also that they say that we are very shy or we're introverted. And I think also lack of social skills. They don't know what to say, they don't know how to make small talk.
Yeah, yeah. And exactly the active listening that is required, the questioning techniques that are required in order to make the conversation engaging, is also a really important aspect of being able to make adult friendships.
Self-involved, we tend to just be, and we tend to be lazy as well. Arey,
Yeah.
kaun jayega?
Oh my God, I agree with you totally. Like, now if I have to choose between me time and making a new friend, I have to really push myself to make a new friend,
Yeah.
because normally with all the work and other shenanigans of life, you would lean towards the me time.
Mhm. Absolutely. So, if you are struggling to make friends as an adult, then think about all these reasons that we have, put forth, and figure out, do you fall